And we're going live. Okay. So I do record everything live streaming. We're gonna, I love how she puts the music on and then makes the room way too loud. That's all right. So we're going to take a moment to chat, and I'd love to share with you guys a little bit about, so Shanti, we don't need to do all that right now. We're good at the moment. You know, we're going to do this with our choir and Latin correct to begin with you. So I'm Jen Healy. I don't know anybody here. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I do know everybody. This is newish, but yeah, this is going to be really fun. So this is the AerialYogaPlay program. We're doing play today, which means we're experiencing and exploring the body in a new way. We're opening up new neural pathways, getting creative. We're willing to try something new, right? So I was just watching this great documentary on Netflix called The Creative Brain. So I'm really inspired. So I watched it my way up, listened to. And it was about what does it take to be creative? What are the components of creativity? And this whole program for me is a creative outlet and expression. I call it my passion project. Because creativity is a combination of taking something that you're familiar with and then taking it to a new level, but not getting so far out that you're are so far outside of your comfort zone that you lose that creative spark. There's a sweet spot, right? With being risky and getting uncomfortable, but still staying in a space of familiarity. This is how we create new neural pathways. This is how we come to a new understanding of our own capacity, right? So I'm really big on using the swing as a creative expression for not only getting strong, flexible, understanding the body temple, but really bringing it to a whole new leading edge for how we move in the world. It's an empowerment practice for me. So there's another module beyond the RX that I call the ACE program, AYCE. And the ACE program is about coaching and empowerment through play. And so the swing is that vehicle for transformation. So today, when we do something and I call it taking your practice to the next level. So when we enter into an intermediate and advanced class, we want to take something we're familiar with, like yoga, and take it to a whole nother level, like flying, right? So we are going to get up in the air, we are going to buddy up, and we're going to partner up. So there will be things where I'll have you spot one another, and having a buddy really makes a difference, right? Having that level of support. So sometimes people see the swing and there's two different reactions I get. They're like, what do you do with that? And I'm like, really? Because for me, my brain goes crazy. I'm like, oh God, do this and do that. But it doesn't have that same creative spark for them. And then the other reaction is, I can't do that, right? And I'm like, really? Because for me, the swing adds this sweet level of support and comfort to allow me to go in, do backflips. I'm not doing a backflip without the swing at this age. Did when I was younger in the pool, but now, it's it takes a little bit longer to heal. So we want to be really careful and have a lot of fun while playing safe. Okay, so for me, the theme for today is how do we explore our edges and get that creative spark and be risky, but still be in our comfort zone, right? Getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? And finding that sweet spot, finding that edge. So some of you guys have been practicing with me for a while. I'd like to hear if there are any requests. Is there anything you want me to review or explore? Is there something you've been doing in the swing that you're like, you know what, can we go over that again? Is there any requests? Because there is room for some input. Anybody?
Nobody.
No.
Whatever you're inspiring me right now.
I have some ideas.
I bet you are.
I like this X Factor stuff.
Yeah, X Factor, fantastic. How about flips? Have you guys been doing your side spins, Jedi kicks, that kind of stuff? Black swan sequence, sit and spin. Okay. No, you don't want to do it, or
Oh, no, I-
yes.
But I like
Yes,
that,
Jen.
yeah.
Okay, so I have been kind of like hyper focused on the side body and side spins and working with these different axes. And it's just so fun building on what we did earlier, where we did a lot of twists, right? We did a lot of opening in our side body in our beginner sequence. So I just want to kind of build on that, but I'm also going to show you some new things. Well, unless you've been watching my videos, thank you, Shanti. But, you know, there's some things like I mentioned before, I created this before aerial yoga was a thing, and aerial yoga is popular and I love it, but I don't really mimic some things that they do, but there's some things that they do that's really cool. I just don't teach it because it's like, oh, they're doing it, you know, but I'm going to show you guys some new things that I think you would really enjoy that you can do with just the swing without the leg loops and hand holds. And so again, a bit of a review, but the swings, I call them Eric's yoga swings because they're somewhere in the middle of aerial yoga and TRX. So they're cotton lycra blend, they're super stretchy, and then we have these cool accessories with the leg loops and the hand holds that allow us to do a lot more, a lot of multi-dimensional movements. So let's go ahead and just start with some standing poses. Okay, so everybody good? I'm gonna bring your hand holds down. You're like, I do have to see, even I have to be like, all right, let me get the little cheater stool. But yeah, so there's lots of different variations we can do. I'm gonna show you the quick cheater for me. And just put your hand holds here. And they can be higher or lower, it doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, it's like, do you have an older swing or a younger swing? Is basically what's happening here. I'm gonna bring this one down to you anyhow. So, quick reset, but everybody else just do a little sumo squat and hang. Okay, and this one is just gonna go on here, like that. Is that clever? And you're like, no, it's very low. And it might feel like it's too low, but don't worry about it. It's like, doesn't matter if it's higher or lower, it's just a personal preference. Just hoping I put these back on correctly. So we were just talking about like, what if somebody needs to move the swing? I'm like, well, we don't. That's just where the swing is today. Switch swings. So that one's a little clever. But there you go. Now they're nicely. You okay? Yeah. You gonna be all right? All right, good. Doesn't matter if they're high or low. It's really a personal preference. So we're gonna do a wrist wrap. Can you guys do a wrist wrap for me? And then we're gonna come into a sumo squat. This is how we started with our last class, and we're just going to do some gentle rocking from side to side. Now, when we do a more advanced class, we float, and when we float, I like to do knee lifts. Right? So do as many as you can. If this is really uncomfortable for your lower back, you're going to march, which means you're going to do one knee lift and then the other knee lift and alternate. Right? But wherever you are, just pull your knees into your chest and lift. If you want to get really fancy, try straightening the legs and lifting them above your head, which is like, oh shit, what did I just get myself into? Yeah, and then just gonna flip from there. No, let me show you how to do that in bed. You will. I'm good. I've already got a good laugh. This is the comedy channel. Then you're done. Everyone's like, okay, bye-bye. Cocoon. No. And then let's come into our helicopter spins. Okay. So my left foot is over to the right, and then my right foot steps back behind me. Yes, a little different. And then we're gonna pick up our feet and spin all the way over to the other side. So we're working with 9 and 3 on the mat. Yeah. And then again, helicopter spin. Whee! Spin. Oh, that's so good. Just let that feel good. Look towards me when you spin. Yeah, hi, thanks. I'm a Leo. In general, it's a better stretch. Thank you. All right, and then come back to 7. Now, for anybody who wants to get super fancy with it, you don't have to, but you can come up and start to lift your legs up. They're called burpees. Just try it. If that isn't in the works, just be like, right, I'm back here. Remember options? Okay, so it looks like this. Bicep curl, kick up, and then flip. Just try it. If that is not in the works, just whatever. Just lift. But eventually, don't cheat it, Selena.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn how to pipe, okay? Now, it is an advanced class, so I have to show you what we can do. Now, if that didn't actually happen for you, we're gonna come to the back of the swing. We're gonna try another version. First thing I want you guys to do is get a little bit more upper body strength, okay? So we're gonna hold on to the top of the leg loops. We already did some of the bicep curls in the other class, but we're gonna do them again. You walk out, 9 and 3. Okay, 9 and 3, if you can. And then drop it down. Now the idea is we have to learn how to lift, right? I want you to come up into your toes and lift. It's kind of like we're taking a bite-sized piece. Lift up onto the toes. There it is. And lower, let that feel good, get a good stretch. And lift. And lower. Exhale, relax, inhale, lift. And lower. And lift. Okay, good. So that's part one. Can we lift our body up, right? Like that. Now what we're gonna do is stand at the back of the mat and use our wrist wraps. If you guys can figure that out. If that doesn't work, just hold on to the leg loops in your hands, right? But get your wrist wrap, walk to the back of your mat, and come on down, okay? Oh, stretch the back. So we're gonna be doing like high intensity strengthening and all that, but then we're gonna relax and stretch in between. So we're gonna go from, advanced to restorative, advanced to restorative. So if you ever need a break. So you can see how my feet are pulled in really tight to the back of the mat? There you go. That's gonna be helpful. Then we're gonna lift and bicep curl, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now this time when you lift, let's try the left foot. See if you can lift the foot up and get it in there. Let's try it all in one fell swoop. So come on back down. Let's try the right foot. Everybody back down. Lift and get the right foot up there. Let's do that a few times. And lower. Lift and get the foot up there. Isn't that fun? You're like, all right. That's good. I think I got it. Let's go with the right leg. Lift and up. Excellent. You got it. Yeah. So if you lean back, it actually makes it easier. Okay. Now we're going to go back to using our hand holds. And we're going to add on to what we did today. You can actually let yourselves float here. So I want you to nice and easy slide your bottom foot onto the mat and come underneath your plumb line. You guys know what I mean by plumb line, right? Don't have a big swag, so don't kick your neighbor. And then I want you to get both feet up there. Take a moment to wiggle from side to side. Okay, so that little flip I did, coming from standing, we're gonna try it, pushing one foot into the swing, right? So step by step, I'm gonna push my right foot into the swing. I'm going to lift my hips and pull. Okay, let's just try that. So right foot into the swing, lift the hips and pull. And then when I say arch, I can lift the left leg up. Come on back down. Switch sides. Yes, lift. Press the left foot into the swing, right foot comes up. Come on back down. Standing splits. One more time, right foot in, press the hips up, pull. Back down. This time come all the way down to the ground and let's buddy up. So Shanti, stay where you are because I'm gonna demonstrate on you. So we're gonna buddy up, right? So this person's gonna go first. So Shanti, just lift your leg, get your foot back up there. And I'll show you what we're gonna do to help our buddies. Okay, good. Wrist wrap. I know your hands are tired. That's all right. Go ahead and press your left foot in. So arch of the foot. The left? Either one. Okay, so press your left foot in, press your hips up towards the sky. Now you can lift your right leg up. So your buddy is just simply putting their hand on your sacrum. They're not lifting your weight, but that's how you lift. You have to lift from your hips, pressing up to get your leg up. Okay, so again, we're doing little bite-sized pieces, and she's going to do the opposite leg. Lift the left leg up. There you go. And I'm just right here. Now, if she's not lifted enough, she's not going to be able to go all the way over into inverted splits. So does everybody want to try this? Just giving your buddy a little lift so they can feel the pull? Okay, so we're going to do little play labs all day today. So it's actually ping pong where Shanti, you're going to help him, you're going to help her, and then Selena, you're going to help Kelly. So we're just gonna ping pong, zigzag, so everybody has room. Okay? So go ahead and just practice that lift.
Am I going first? Ah, okay. Does it matter? No.
And if you need some help helping your buddy through it, go ahead and get into the swing the way I showed you. Coming back through our TRX moves. Yep, use these. Remember, you're gonna lean back, slide on down. Yeah, and then kick up. Yes, see how much easier that is? Yeah. So Kelly, you're gonna help her.
I want to watch her.
Oh, okay. So she's,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, and just as long as everybody has room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bunch it up. Bunch that up on the ankle. The ankle, yeah, to begin. Starts out bunched up on the ankle. That's how we begin. Ankle. Hold on to your wrist straps. Go ahead and try it. Okay. Now kick both legs up. Yeah, so get right underneath your plumb line. See, you have so much fun. Now lift your hips and arch. Lift and arch. Up. Okay. So you have to press your legs. Then press your foot in. Once you get both feet up. So you have to be at the arches of the foot once you get both feet in. So not yet. Not yet. Just stay, yeah, good. So we're trying to teach her, right? So punch it up and get it into the arches of the foot. One more step. Yeah, so we start out at the ankles. Now when we get both feet in, you have to press your foot in and we'll slide up. Like that. So change sides when you're ready. Okay, yeah. Wrist drop. Press the feet in. Both feet push in, arch. No, push your foot in. Bunch this up so it's in the arches of the foot. No, just get both feet up, one step at a time. Now with your feet, push it together. Yes. Now you can lift your hips. See how that works way better. Now with your hands right here, just not lifting her.
Lift is.
Yes, but encouraging her.
There you go.
Yeah. Can you feel the difference?
Okay, all right.
Why don't you switch? Me. Okay, you guys try it. Just each person try it.
Okay, so like it.
You guys?
Yeah, I
Do it again.
Yeah.
So practice spotting her.
Okay.
Practice spotting her. Okay, so you get both feet up. Hold on to your wrist strap. One
Do you
step.
want arch or ankle or heel?
Start out with the ankle. And then you get both feet up. Hold on to your handholds, step by step. Let's do it nice and slow so we don't miss a step. Both feet up. Now switch to the arches of the feet. Right?
Over here.
Yes. Switch to the arch feet. Now we have to lift and arch, push your hips up, then you can lift the legs. Raise the sacrum. Really good. So you're not holding her, you're just encouraging her. Yeah, that's beautiful. Press your hips up and lift. This is the only way that we can get over is our hips have to go up over our head. Right? And you guys are gonna be this way just so you're not easy tired. Great, right? Awesome. And everybody get a chance to try that? So Selena, you have one hand on the sacrum and both legs are straight. Both legs are really straight and pressing. So long lines of energy. So then from there, we're just taking it little bite-sized pieces at a time. We're not flipping yet. So let's come on back in. I know that was fun. Play lab. So let's get the left leg up. Okay. You got it. Cool. Wrist strap. From there, we're going to try it on our own. It's good to have a buddy, but feel that hand on your sacrum. So bend your standing leg so you don't have big swag. We don't want to kick anyone. Then get both feet up. See how I'm right underneath my plumb line? So yeah, just bring one foot down gently so you don't have, yes, both feet up. Now I change to the arches of the foot. It has to be bunched up. Press your hips up strongly. Pull with your hands. That's why we're doing all those pull-ups. Then lift one leg at a time. Both legs stay straight. And then keep it bunched up. Let's switch sides. Okay? Lift. There you go. Beautiful. Let's all come down to feet together, knees open wide. Arch and open. This is kind of like a rest pose. Flying monkey. And then have you guys tried Supta Baddha from here? You guys tried that before? We're going to pull ourselves up, straight up and down. And then what I want you guys to do is lean forward, but hold on to your leg loops. So these are your training wheels. Hold on to your leg loops, and then you're going to put them on the shoulder side. There you go. Lean forward the whole time. There you go. Nice. So this could be our skydiver. Maybe this is as far as you go for today. Lift your feet up a little bit more, Selena, so your hips can come down. There you go. So feet go up behind you just a little bit more, Ruth. There you go. Beautiful. So stay in skydiver. If this is as far as you want to go, we have to give levels, right? And then you can slide into butterfly, or you can come all the way into Supta Baddha, where you're fully suspended. And we're going to do a couple versions of Supta Baddha. Make sure your knees are happy here. It's a great stretch for the lower back. Hang out. Get the stretch. Everybody okay? Everybody good? Yeah, everyone made it. Yay! Little backs hanging out. Now just reverse it to come back up. That's why I had you hold on to the leg loop. So hold on to one leg loop, and then the other leg loop, and put them back on the shoulders. Yeah, this is kind of the easiest way to come out that I've been able to find. So yeah, keep leaning forward. Don't lean back until you have a good grip on the swing. Then you can climb. So I'm going to hold the leg loops in my hands, push myself back up, reach for the top of the swing. Don't lean back until you have a good grip. And then we can straighten the legs. When we straighten the legs, let's immediately come to sit. If you ever need a break, yeah. So then straighten the legs out in front of your Ruth, and then you can come to sit. Okay. If you ever need a break, you're gonna hang out in the swing like this and be like, oh, that's really pretty. Thanks, Jen, for showing me, but I'm not doing it today. We're good, right? This is a great place to hang out. Because again, we're gonna take it to different levels. And Supta Baddha is actually a really advanced pose, so that was great. Did everybody feel comfortable in Supta Baddha? We're gonna do a few variations of that, have a little lab with our Supta Baddha. Now, if we wanna come back into our Nataraj, which we did in our intro class, we're gonna grab for our handholds and bend the knees, drop the hips, and then what we're gonna do is try to get one foot out. Let's go with the right leg, get the right knee through center and onto the shin. If that's not happening, try it like this, Beverly, where you can bend the knee here and come through, right? So you can get the swing a little further down onto your foot.
Do you mind just, I'm sorry.
Just get the swing back down to your ankle. Just get it down to my ankle, no problem. Okay, and then you're gonna bend the right, let's get right underneath the plumb line, bend the right knee. Yeah, and then bend both knees. Nope, shin, big shin. Yes, okay, shin. This is actually the easy way to get into Nataraj. I used to have a very complicated twisting way, and I was like, oh, let's change it up. Okay, so I have my left foot in the center of the mat. I'm straightening both arms, so you can bend both knees now. Okay, now stay here if that is comfortable, or we're going to switch to reaching back and holding on to the swing. I hold on to the swing with my elbows facing the sky, and then I'm going to pull. And that is a much more challenging version. If that is like not in the cards for today, just hold on to the top of the nubs on the leg loops like we did earlier, and bend both knees a lot. Wherever you are, you already get a gold star for being here, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay? Pull yourself back up to stand, slide down the leg loops through the center, and come into boat. Boat is with your arms out in front of you, holding on to the leg loops at the center, bunched up, and extend both legs straight. And then we're gonna come into some push-ups. This is fun. This is what happens when we do advance. We just add push-ups everywhere and pull-ups. And then come out to wings. Oh my God, that's so hard, right? So press with your wings, keep your gaze up, and your head's heavy. So stay lifted. Okay, then we're gonna put these on. And can you guys watch me from here? Everybody okay? Hands are down towards the ground. I want you to watch my feet. I'm gonna create a lock. I'm gonna push my left foot right on top of the swing. So I'm pushing and pulling with my feet at the same time, and then I can lift my hips into a version of shoulder stand. Okay? So let's try that. Okay?
I don't think that's really fun.
It's really easy actually. You're just creating a lock. So press your left foot into the top of the swing towards your right foot, and then you can stack your hips. And then come on back down. Beautiful.
I had a hip replacement,
Yeah.
it's not gonna support.
Yeah, well, we're gonna switch sides here. Let's see if we can imagine switching sides. So we're gonna tuck, get your left foot on top, and then bring your right foot down. Okay? Yeah. So then we wind up with our right foot in the center of the mat, and then we're coming back up. So what I want you to do is you're gonna try this with me, Bev, okay? Hold on to your leg loops in your hands. I want you to lean forward like you're doing a push-up. See if you can lift your left toes up and get them in there. Yes, you almost got it, you got it, you got it. Good. Now just wiggle your toes back so you can bunch it up, or you can do this. Hold it out. Get your toes in there. You're almost there. Now that's a harder way of getting in and out of entourage, so that was really good. But you can balance if you ever come out and just lean forward, get your toes back up. Usually people are like, what? That's why we're doing an intermediate class. Just get your toes in there. They're like, okay. So let's reverse it. Okay. Holding on to the hands. You can even float. Floating is in the cards for you. Wrist wrap. Pull your knees towards the center line. Okay. Beautiful. Come to stand, center of the mat, reach back. Bend the elbows towards the sky so your fingertips are reaching towards your shoulder blades. Yeah. Maybe that's as far as you want to go, or you pull, hold on to the swing, pull over your head. So down by your shoulder blades, all the way down here to the end. Mm-hmm. Something like that. So you're crossing your hands, which is kind of fancy, but have your hands hold the same side. Yeah, that's a little bit easier, right? I don't know, you tell me. Do you like the cross better?
The cross kind of like, it pulls differently.
It does pull differently. Okay, elbows in, lift. Yeah, toes over the head. No, just joking. And then I lost them. Where are you going? Tell me. Okay, so we're gonna go into both. We hold on to the top of the leg loop, slide down the center. Full extension, right? Long arms, long legs, everybody fits, good job. And then we're gonna press. So last time we did push-ups. Let's do our presses. Press and lift. What is this preparing us for? What do you think, Shanti? What does this look like? Shanti? It looks like superfly, exactly. So we have to learn how to get that strength in the underbelly of our arms in order to come into some of our flying poses. That's it. Can you guys feel what I'm talking about? That flabby part of the arm that usually is very sleepy. All right, a few push-ups while we're here. Is everybody feeling their right buttocks?
Yes.
Yes. Good job. Then we're in the right place. And then out for airplane. These ones are really hard. It's like the dudes who do the rings out to the sides. These are very, very difficult. So anyhow, then we go into airplane. This is our resting pose, right? You can bang a little from side to side if you're like, this is good. This is all we're doing today. Or try a shoulder stand. Clasp your hands together towards the ground. Watch me if you're not sure. You're going to pick up your right foot, push it into the top of the swing so it creates like a lock, right, between your feet. And then you can lift your hips directly towards the sky. Just try and find your balance and strengthen these and then come down nice and slow and controlled. Really good, guys. Now this is the part you're going to love. So that was just a warm up.
Great. Now we get to
Selena's like, when do we go for drinks? Now what we're gonna do is take our leg loops off, bring our hands to the front of the mat. This is our new stuff. And then we're gonna practice getting both feet in the swing. First thing we're gonna do is row. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and keep our hips level with the earth, pull the knees into the chest, and come back to a plank, right? You can do this with one foot down or both feet up if you want to alternate. Let's try the 1 foot at a time. So we're gonna step our left foot forward, right leg back, and then we're just gonna pull the knee into the chest. It's like, oh, I can do that. Although we lost Bev, this was It's like, hold on. So this is one leg at a time. Still kind of challenging, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Back to both legs, plank, floating plank. Change sides. So you're wiggling your right toes forward into a lunge, and then you're pulling your left knee into your chest. Okay? So stay in a lunge. So bend the right knee a lot. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, one last hard part. Then we'll be done with this crazy sequence. Okay, both hands at the front of the mat. What we're gonna do is tuck, right? Same thing where you pull your hips up over your shoulders and stack like you're doing a handstand. And then if anybody's feeling fancy, they can try bringing one leg to the sky when they tuck and come up. Okay. Well, you guys asked. You're like, we didn't ask for your sequences. Yeah. One leg towards the sky as you come into your handstand and lift. Oh yeah. All right. Everybody bend your knees here. Push-ups. Oh yeah. Push-ups. Try doing it with straight legs if you don't believe me. This is the easier version. Yes. And then pigeon. So let's do one leg at a time. Left knee down, bend the right knee, lift the chest, hang up here. That should feel really good. All right, don't cry. I'm not seeing a whole lot of smiles except for the hysterical laughter. You guys are like, I think I should become spicy. All right, so pigeon pose. Straighten both legs to switch, floating plank. Right knee down, left knee bends. Oh yeah, that's exciting. Lift through the chest, that's the stretch. Yeah, really good. Gotta keep that foot flexed, really good. Okay, and then to come out, you just come back and release the swing. Come back to a forward fold, sit center of the mat. Whew, roll up nice and slow. Ta-da, that's it. All right, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. So that's some of the stuff that they do with the aerial yoga, trying to make it hard, right? I really don't try and make it hard, but you can see we can make it hard. Yeah, feel free to open the door and get some fresh air in here. Fun, good times, lots of push-ups. I do love handstands.
I don't want to hear any whining.
Yeah, I know.
We said nothing. We said nothing.
I'm trying.
Okay.
One day.
Round it back in.
Okay, remember.
Yeah, go for it. Sumo squat.
Where's we get one day rest?
I don't know why you even talk about us like that. They don't have to complain.
Oh,
All right.
always does.
Quiet in the back.
She knows.
You're always whining.
But I do it.
That's right.
All right. Let's go into our little play lab. We're going to come revisit our Supta Baddha and do all the different variations of flips. We're going to try some flips, and if the flips aren't in the cards, there are lots of options. So we hug the swing, get the leg loops on. Remember, we do core activations every time we lift. So everybody do 5 core activations on each side, okay? Make sure your belly is what's lifting your leg, although we can karate chop it up there if we're doing the right side, honey.
Oh,
This
where
way.
am I going
That's
now?
all right. That's why I wave. Everyone's like, just hands. Use your belly, right? And then after 5, get that one on at the ankle. Now notice how different it is when we're floating and we do this, okay? 5 lifts. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze. Nice and slow. It's actually harder to go slower, especially when trying to flip. So yeah, let's do our Supta Baddha and then remind me to do kamikaze with you guys. Like lift at the ankle, floating Buddha, right? Shake it out, jazz hands, superstar. Chillax in arms, support the head with the hands, windshield wipers. Gently rock from side to side. Pause, have a little bit of restorative in between the excitement. Whew, that was fun. Reset. We will come back to do our flips, if everything goes well, at the end, and try doing our pike in the air. We'll do the pike on the ground first. So sometimes I like to start a class showing you what we're working up to, so you're like, oh, there's no way I can do that. And then by the end, when you're able to do it, it's like, wow. Or something to look forward to next time. But yeah, we're getting there. Okay, come on back to center. Feet together, knees open wide, swing bottom. If anybody has knee stuff, we can spread these out. Everybody aware of that variation? It's fun to do it both ways and feel the difference. Let's try it spread out. Bunched up is just a little bit more intense, right?
Did we literally lose Beth?
She'll come back.
I don't know, I think I saw her grab her purse. Okay.
Well, it's okay.
I was just wondering, if I might go up to this one.
Yeah, feel free to take that one down if you need. Oh yeah, or move up. So we're gonna reach for our knees, slide up our leg loops as high as possible. Not the swing, reach for your knees first. Yeah, that's how we define which one is the leg loop. I like reaching for the nub if you can. So feet together, glue the feet together. Don't let those move, that's your anchor, right? And then press the hips up and lean back. This is a great pose, this is flying monkey. It's a great stretch for the neck and shoulders. Slow it down here, arch and open, lift from the heart. And then bicep curl to sit up on your feet. Let's do 5 bicep curls. Lean back, keep the hips lifted the whole time. Exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, lean back, open up. Exhale, all the way up, good. Inhale, and exhale. I don't even know if that was 5, but let's stay here. It's about 4.5. And then we're gonna get our hands in front of the leg loops. Perfect, but then you can keep the swing on the arms. Really good. So it looks just like our skydiver, right? Looks like our other pose. Now we have the leg loops on and the swing around our arms. So it's the opposite of the soup to bottom we did before. Is everybody with me? So pull your feet up, yeah, so that your hips can come forward. That's it, that's it. Good. Now bend the elbows, flying butterfly, right? Taking it slow. And then release the swing. Head points down towards the ground. Now everybody reach up and grab for your ankles. Okay? So now your feet pull down towards the ground. If you can't grab your ankles, it means your feet are too high. That's a kind of an important cue. So just grab for your ankles, keep your feet there. Now let your arms dangle towards the floor. Such an amazing stretch from the lower back. You can take your hands and press them gently into your upper thighs and straighten your arms for a deeper release of the lumbar spine. Does everybody feel that? Yes?
Yep.
Amazing. Do a little twist, look over one shoulder and then the other shoulder in the extension. Just notice what happens there. So amazing. Okay, great. Now to come out of it, we're gonna reverse it. Now I'm gonna have you guys come up and watch so you can pick your flip for today. So I'm gonna plant my right hand in the center of the mat. Reach back in between my legs for the swing. Not the leg loops, but the swing. And I have to kind of turn my shoulder over to get the swing in front of me. So I lift and twist and pull myself up. Lift and twist, okay, good. Most people have done that one. So then you take the X out. Once you lift and twist, pull it overhead. There's gonna be an X in the swing, Ruth. Yes, lift and twist. You can do it. Arch, 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 lift and twist. Now don't lean back, lean forward, yeah. Lean forward. You only do that once, but let's not have it be today. Okay, so you can just, now you can pull yourself up and get your swing behind you. I want you to just watch, okay? Make sure the swing is behind you before you lean back. It's a very important note. So for those that want to try a flip, first one is called the full Nelson. I'm going to get the swing behind my neck and then underneath my arms. I reach up and grab, I pull and kick and come to sit. Isn't that exciting? I'll show you one more time. Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Full Nelson. So it's going to take a minute to get back into it. So yeah, I'm just going to do the ones where I'm at the ankles. Come on down. So I'm here. I get the swing behind my back. Let me come, oh yeah. Behind my neck, underneath my shoulders, and then I have to lean forward, holding on. I have to tuck, so that means that my head comes down, my hips come up, and then I come to sit. full Nelson. Just wait for the options, because that might be like, no, my neck doesn't
So
want to do that.
behind my neck, now how do I get my arm to?
You have to lean forward the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, so hold on to the swing with your hands in front of you. Start from the beginning. Yeah, okay. So now you put it behind your neck. Now get your arms through, so around the shoulders, in front of the shoulders. Now lean forward the whole time. Reach up and grab for the swing in your hands. Okay, what other options do we have? Let's try.
Right now I'm here. What do I do?
Well, you just come back at me.
Okay.
Right? Just follow me. So I'm going to spread these out because it feels good. Let's try for holding on to our wings. Okay? So the second version is forget about the swing. Reach up, grab for the leg loops. I like to reach up as high as possible. If you can, grab for the nub or climb. Just kind of wiggle and climb. From here, after arching, remember I said it's allowed, so we're just playing. This is our edge, right? We're being risky and exploring something new. I have to tuck and pull, and then I can flip and come to sit. Okay? So just try one of those. If the full Nelson around the neck is like, there's just no way I'm putting anything around my neck and flipping. Try leaning forward, holding on to the leg loops. You have to kind of climb up. So from Supta Baddha, from this position. Okay, pick one. You either hold on to the swing and pull it out in front of you. And then from there, put it around the neck. You have to lean forward the whole time. That's the trick. And then you flip. If that's not in the cards for today, hold on to the leg loops as high as you can. You got it. And pull yourself up. Yeah.
Okay, so behind your neck.
Okay, everybody likes the full Nelson. Okay. Hold on to those. And then you tuck, which means you have to get your head and then hips up. Pull and get your hips up and then kick over. Tuck and kick over. And then we can come to sit. Keep going. Just try it. Well, this is the whole thing about trying something new. You have to actually try it for the first
Well,
time.
I'm trying to think of it in my head, it doesn't make sense the way I'm thinking of it.
Well, just try it. So pull, tuck, and kick your legs over and come to sit. Yeah. You just have to kick a little higher. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm totally lost on the steps though.
Okay,
So
I'll
let's
talk
go-
you
let's
through.
walk it. Okay.
So first of all, pull your feet up a little bit higher. Yeah. And then get this swing around the neck. Yeah, around the neck. And then in front of the shoulders to get your arms through. Yes, keep going. Lean forward, all the way. You have to lean forward. Now you reach up and grab for the swing and keep tucking, tuck, and kick and come to sit. Kick, yes. Oh, pull yourself up, that's it. Yeah, so you don't ever want to land with it around your neck. You want to pull yourself in. Yeah, so it's actually easier than it looks. It's just trusting. The whole thing about the swing is it assists you in getting your hips over your head, which is the scary part. So let's try our training wheels here. Do you need any help, Selena? You good?
I mean, I'd like to try that second one, but I did the full Nelson, I did the second one, but.
Well, then everybody can watch and then I'll talk you through it because it's really good for people to see it again.
Okay.
Right? We're all good, taking a break, hanging out and relaxing. So you want to try with the leg loops spread out?
Yeah, there's a little thing in my hip, it pinches it a little bit, so I was just doing it around my.
Arches of the feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and try it that way. And then come into Supta Baddha. Talk yourself through it. Holding on. Oh, no, go back. Hold on to the leg loops, not the swing, because we're using you as a demo. Glue your feet together the entire time. Glue the feet together, knees open wide. And then go ahead and come through skydiver. Lift your feet, glue your feet together, lift your feet. Bend your elbows, come down nice and slow, butterfly, and then Supta Baddha. Now, you should be able to reach up and grab your ankles. Yeah, pull your feet down. So keep your feet there. Now you can keep your hands down to the ground. Do you see what I mean? You gotta keep weight in. So your leg loops are doing two different things. Are you okay? Why don't you bunch up the left one?
Okay.
Bunch it up so it matches the other one. There you go. Just so they're even, because it doesn't stretch the legs evenly then. Okay, reach up and grab for the leg loops now. One at a time. You have to twist and reach. Yes, stay arch and then twist and reach. Now climb. Arch, 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 climb. One hand at a time. Climb. Climb, you see what I mean? Grab, yeah. Then grab the other side. Yeah, just climb up one side and then the other side, and then you'll eventually get to the top. Stay arched the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, keep climbing, there you go. And then once you get to the top, now after you arch, you tuck, right? So tuck, drop your head towards the ground, pull your hips up towards the sky. Tuck and pull. Now pull with your arms and kick your feet over. Up, 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 up. There you go. And if you kick up and over, Kelly, did you see that?
Yeah.
You kind of go like a javelin. You have to go up and over in order to get there. And then you can sit in the swing, which is really fun.
Yeah.
It's a good ending.
Thank you.
Good?
That's what I did wrong, the swing came up my back.
Well, you didn't do
I didn't-
anything wrong. Your feet didn't go up and over. So if your feet,
Well, I went over.
so the swing rounds up here instead of here
Okay,
because your feet didn't go over it far enough.
Okay.
That's all. I can see you, so that's why I can. But that was great, everybody. Doing a flip from Supta Baddha is really challenging, so that's more of the advanced practice. Really good. Okay, so let's try our training wheels. Okay, because I promised we were going to do those, the pike. So I'm going to hold on to my leg loops. Everybody hang out and chillaxing with me. Everybody doing okay? That was fun. That was our play lab for Supta Baddha. Reach up for your leg loops as high as you can, not the swing, the leg loops. Yeah. Leg loops. Bicep curl up to stand, where we stand in the center of the mat. Let the leg loops slide up to the groin.
is there like an ideal way to let them do that so it doesn't,
Well, you just find the sweet spot.
kind of pinchy?
It is pinchy.
Tell me about it.
That's the good stuff. I mean, this is the Rolfing section for the hip flexors. People pay good money for this kind of stuff, so pinchy. I don't know about that, but I know other people. Okay, so we're gonna hold on to the leg loops in our hands. Hold on to the handholds with a wrist wrap. I got distracted.
Like
Okay.
this.
Yes. And then we're just gonna lift the knees like we did before. So this looks a lot like our standing poses, right? So we lift the knees. Okay, so knees lower, knees left, nice and easy. So that's phase one, unless your nose itches, then come down. Phase two is to try that with straight legs, right? And we lift up towards the sky, a little bit harder, right? So eventually, we're gonna be able to kick up. Let's try switching, so hand holds would be harder, right? Top of the leg loops is gonna be a little bit easier, okay? So from here, we're just gonna lean back and try to get our toes towards the sky. Okay, swing is behind you, lean back, get your toes up. That's it, just towards the sky. Now get the swing back on and let's try it. So we're going from hard to less hard to easier. Okay? Yay! Okay, so straight legs, don't cheat it. Keep your toes touching the entire time. Just lift them towards the sky. So just follow along, my little show off now. We're gonna do it one little baby step at a time. So it doesn't matter if the leg loops slide all over the place. You're holding on to the top of the leg loops and you're just lifting. You have to learn how to lean back and then eventually we can lift our hips up, right? This looks a whole lot like what I did with the hand holds at the beginning of class, right? Let's find the geometry, the ergonomics of the body and the pivot points instead of efforting it and forcing it, because this is effortless when you get it, right? Absolutely no effort. But until we get the physics of the body, leveraging our power, we usually try to muscle our way through it. So we don't want to just think it's strength, it's actual pivot points, right? It's geometry. Okay? So from the center of the mat, and from there, it's like a pancake. Like we're doing a plow pose on the ground. We're just doing a plow pose in the air. So you want to keep your head close to your knees. That was great, Vince would try to keep your head tucked in towards your knees. Okay, so 2-minute playtime. Just experiment with it. And if you need my help, I'll come help you, but feel that same lift of somebody pushing your hips up towards the sky like we did before in our inverted splits, and just try it. Try seeing if you can get that lift. And you know, if you don't nail it out of the park and get a home run the first time, don't get discouraged, keep playing. Be willing to experiment and explore and experience something new, both at the same time, right? leaning back and pulling with the arms so the hips can come up and roll towards the sky. Okay?
Are you pulling down or pulling out?
Well, I pull down, which helps me pull up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to pull down to pull up. It's this movement. That's why we were doing, remember all those bicep curls I had you doing? You're like, what the F is going on here? That's why we were doing that. But you do it with straight arms and you just pull. Yes. Toes towards the sky is perfect for now. And then we'll learn how to do this on the ground. I promise you we'll keep coming back and revisiting this. Yep. I know you want to cheat it and bring your feet wide, but keeping them together and finding the pivot point is way better.
Are my legs coming apart?
Yeah, your feet were trying to hook onto the swing to pull yourself over, but I don't want you guys to cheat it here. Not with me. At home, you can do whatever, right? But let's actually learn
I don't want to cheat.
the ergonomics. So if you keep your toes touching, then you won't do this thing that people do, which as soon as you bend your knees, you completely lose alignment, you lose your power, you lose your leverage. So legs straight, together, that's when we're the most powerful because we're stacking. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay, great. I promised some kamikazes. No one reminded me, but I remember. So thank you. Okay. I just did like a gazillion flips, so you guys are good. Just wind up in your floating Buddha. I'm gonna give my daisy chains a little break here. You're like, do it again. Okay. Sorry, daisy chains. Okay. So I come back to my floating Buddha. Leg loops at the ankles, feet open wide, although that was Bada. Buddha Bada, swingers. Okay, so for kamikaze, we're gonna do a front flip. And we're gonna, all day today, we're gonna face plant. Just so exciting. But face planting is really difficult because the brain says, no, don't do it, right? So there's this natural protective mechanism that wants us to not face plant. But we're in the swing, so we're not actually gonna face plant, we're gonna flip. But every flip we do today, we're gonna do forward flip. So I wanna find it here, so that way when we do our side spins and you say, are you sure, go forward? And I'm like, yes, face plant. So we're getting used to that scary feeling. And we wanna keep our protective mechanisms, but we also wanna create new neural pathways where we trust our body to be able to do something new. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna transition to the arches of the feet. You can actually spread the leg loops out, which is just a hint, a lot easier to do. Hint, hint. If you want to try it this way.
Okay, well, I'll take the hint.
Yeah, thank you. One or the other. So if they're spread out, I'll do them a couple times. Then try from feet together, flying monkey. Instead of just bicep curling and coming up, I'm going to bring my legs wide, bicep curl, come forward, pull my legs together. Straight and flip. A little bit faster. It's harder to do it slow, but trust me. Bicep curl, come up, forward, pull, flip. Same idea where my hips are coming up over my head. Okay? If you want, so the whole idea, Kelly, is you get the leg loops over the foot.
Oh, okay.
So the heel is hooked, and that's how you keep them from sliding up.
Okay.
So don't come forward all the way, Selena. So it's wide straddle splits. Okay? From wide straddle splits. Bicep curl. Come forward with your face plant. Pull your legs together as you lift your hips and flip all the way through center. Yep, now keep holding on. Oh my God. Please hold on.
What?
Everybody, yes, don't let go. We are, I know, you did it, but we're natural monkeys, which means grab and hold on. Don't let go.
Vince is not a natural.
Well, he cooks with his elbows.
I'm a
Thank
giraffe.
you, Jesus. I know, that's true. Giraffes are like, I'm all heart. All right, so hold on to the leg loops, Selena, the entire time. Not the swing.
Oh, I know, I'm just resting. I'm not doing it right now. I held on to the leg loops. I held on to the leg loops.
Oh, I know.
I'm a monkey.
I am a monkey. Go ahead, keep coming forward. You almost had it, Kelly. Pull.
Well, I did.
Lean forward, legs together. Flip. Yay! Kamikaze. Named after.
Do a few of those and you'll feel like you just drank a few.
There you go. Lean forward, lift the hips, pull them together. No, lift. Yeah. So your hands slid down, which is why you kind of lost it there, Ruth. But that was close. Yeah, you can just lower yourself down to the ground with grace and ease. If that happens. So if your hands slide down, then you lost it, right? You can't flip over. So
Okay.
try to keep. I have a million twists again, but from here you want to hold on to the nub. Don't let go. Don't slide the hands down, because if you're like, I lost it, right? Then you can't flip over. So the idea is, if you watch the swing, it stays behind my back. It kind of slid down. You lost it. Okay.
Is there a easy way, like when you straighten your legs? That seems like the hard part.
The straddles, the straddle splits.
Are you using some kind of pivot leverage, or are you using muscle?
Well, remember I said you have to hook the heels in order to have the leverage to flip. So let's try it again and see if that helps.
So the flip is easy. It's getting up from here.
Well,
Are you
feet
using-
together, hold on to the nub. So hold on to the nub above, above that part. Yeah, climb for it.
Oh, climb for it.
Yeah, so flying monkey, arch. Flying monkey, arch, arch. Yeah, now bicep
I
curl.
finally did it.
Bicep curl, now try and lift and bring your legs
Okay,
back.
so you're up
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, and now, keep holding on, lift the hips, flip, yeah. So that's how I do the step-by-step, that way you can kind of get up, over, and then bring the legs wide.
Okay.
Yay! Isn't that fun? And the fun part about that is you can keep going. You can do infinite flips, as long as the daisy chains like it. Okay, great. Curious, can we have some music, Selena? Do you mind putting that back
It was
on?
on, it's just
That's okay.
very quiet.
Yeah, just up a few notches then. All right. So that's a natural place to pause. Just a little bit, not too much. So let's try our side spins. We're gonna get into our black swan sequence and review all that too. But I really love the side spins. So from standing, the side spins look like this. I'm going to push the swing down. So it's at my hips. I'm gonna walk my feet forward so I stay underneath my plumb line. I'm gonna wrap, I'm starting with my left leg apparently. I'm gonna wrap my left leg around, standing in the center of the mat, I turn my hips down towards the ground. Now I'm just pushing away to get the shoulder stretch, right? This feels really good. To come into the spin, this hand is actually a free hand. I'm gonna hold onto the leg loop as a training wheel. You don't have to hold on here, but it's nice to have something to grip. My body has to stay level with the earth, both legs super straight, okay? I'm gonna pick up my standing leg and spin it through center, and then I can come to stand. I'm gonna show you one more time on the other side, so you guys can see the ergonomics. Most important thing is my leg is level with the earth, my head is level with the earth, then I can pick up my standing leg and spin through center. I don't have to hold on, but it's there. You might as well hold on until it becomes second nature. So let's do that together, one leg at a time. Let's start with the right leg hooked. So I'm going to push the swing down to my hips, walk my feet forward, and wrap my right leg outside and around. Just there is exciting enough, right? Outside and around. And then I'm going to come to stand. Standing in the center of the mat, turn all your toes to the left. So standing, but yes. So first, hold on with your right hand to the swing, and then rotate your hips down towards the ground. This is the important part. Not your head, your hips. Yeah, good. Okay. Now once you have the alignment, then your right hand can grab for the top of the left leg loop. Yes, good. And you can hold on, but let your chest drop so you're level with the earth. So if you're not level, then you're not going to be able to pick up your standing leg and spin through center. So your head stays higher than your arm. Yeah, super important because that'll strain the shoulder otherwise. So I'm going to bicep curl. Yeah, there you go. Pull your elbow in. Good. Now I'm going to pick up my standing leg and bring it towards the sky and spin it through center. Through center. Yes. Smooth jazz. Smooth jazz. Well, we get to try that again since we have the two legs. So let's unfurl if our swing needs some resetting. So I'm gonna help you, Kelly, just reset the swing. What I do is I throw the leg loops through center and reverse it and go like this until the daisy chains straight again. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't hurt. Same thing with you, Vince. Let's get the daisy chains unfurled. See how twisted they are? It's not like gonna hurt them. It's just kind of better. Yeah, kick both of the leg loops through center a few times, and then flip the swing over. Yeah. Unfurling. Okay. Thank you. And then turn this. Yeah, you got it. Good. And see how the swing has to turn it over. Thank you, guys. Okay. Pushing second side. Standing in the center of the mat. Pushing the swing all the way down to the hips. Walking the feet forward so you stay right underneath your plumb line. Otherwise, you'll have a big sway. Wrap the left leg outside and around. From there, you're going to come to stand at the center of the mat. You guys are doing great. So I turn all my toes to the right. From there, I'm holding on with my left arm, so for the back of the swing, so I can rotate my hips and my shoulders down. If you don't rotate your hips down, then you can't do the spin. You see how it's like a face plant? Most people go back. There's nothing back there. It's all forward. Now from here, you can hold on to the leg loop, but you have to keep your chest lowering, keep your gaze forward. So that if you drop your head, then it strains the shoulder, okay? So keep the chest level with the earth, with the head lifted. And then pick up your standing leg, bring it towards the sky and through center. Yes, through center. Ta-da! All you have to do is keep leaning forward, and then your leg will go straight up towards the sky. So you're in like an L shape with your legs, okay? Awesome. So we're gonna try the same side spin through a black swan sequence that I call sit and spin. And this is like super duper fun. Okay? So same idea, but we're gonna put it in a sequence, and we're gonna do the same thing with jada kicks. And these are pretty much the last two things that we're gonna do today, unless I get some requests. Because this will take us about, 15, 20 minutes to work our way through. And I'm gonna go slow. Sometimes we'll just kind of fly through black swan, but let's actually do kind of a warm-up lap. So black swan is through our forward fold sequence. So we stand in the center of the mat with the swing out in front of us. Beautiful. We are going to lean forward and come on down. Feet hip distance. Go ahead and bend your elbows and hang. Let it feel good to stretch your back. Awesome. Sway a little bit from side to side. I'm going to go in the same direction as you guys so we all have enough room. Okay, if your swing feels a little high, I'll bring it down for you. Is everybody okay? Feet are in the center of the mat. Everybody walk your feet to the center of the mat. Drape your hips over the front of the mat. This alignment piece is super important. Okay, great. So Shanti, now you can spray the mats if you want. Now you're flying away. But please do it quietly. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead. Quiet. Just with the words. I'm going to go ahead and walk my hands all the way out in front. So now we're in a down dog. All the way out. Stretch it out. Even more. Bends here nice and long. Go ahead and stretch out. Hands all the way forward. So your feet are going to stay in the center of the mat. You can.
Okay,
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, this puts tension on the swing. You guys feel what I'm talking about? We're going to create tension. And then we're going to inhale, pull forward for cat's meow, and exhale, round in. Just do a few rounds of undulating the spine. Inhale, pull forward, arch and open. Exhale, round in. Squeeze the navel towards the sky. Inhale, we're going to lift. Let's go ahead and lift our right leg up. Exhale, pull knee to nose. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Okay, this time we're going to inhale, lift, bend the knee, hook the toes outside in, straighten that leg towards the sky. So standing splits, right? So standing splits, we drop our elbows down towards the earth. Ooh la la. So hop the foot forward even more if you need more traction. If you feel like you're going to float away, it's okay to float, but if we really ground down through the ball of the left foot, then we can stay. Okay? If you want to try some arm variations, clasp your hands behind your back, pull them up and over the head. Big stretch through both legs. Straighten the legs as much as possible. Long lines of energy. And then from there, we're going to release our clasp, plant the left hand down, right arm towards the sky. Standing split twists. Reach over your back for the far edge of the swing. Reach up as high as you can. Turn your left toes out to the left. Spin out to half moon. Beautiful, guys. Now you're going to climb up. So watch me if you need to. You're going to climb up. So I take my left hand, I reach it above the right. Right hand is free to grab for the handhold. Wrist wrap is a preference. Black swan, number 1. So another version of an entourage. We roll our belly down towards the ground, turn your shoulders over, hold on to the handhold with both hands. And then I can bend my standing leg again. Black swan number 2. Stay arched so your ears are above your biceps. Don't drop your gaze. Okay? Plant that foot back down, come back to half moon. So from here, I roll my belly towards the sky, right? Belly towards the sky. Then my left hand is free to hold on to the top and swing. Good. So sit and spin. First we come through a version of hammock. I'm going to kick my left foot up and I either cross my legs, or I'm going to push my left foot into the swing and arch and open. Oh, so good. So arch and open like we did when we did our inverted splits. Yeah, that's why I kick in. Good. Pull and arch. Now to come through sit and spin, I'm going to now cross my legs, bicep curl, stay lifted, and then I spin through center. Come on out. Great. So that's just like our side spin, right? So if you stay tucked in a bicep curl, you'll have like 100 spins. So fun. Yeah. Let's try. Most people love that. And they're like, we didn't have so much fun, but it's okay. No pressure.
Not this
pressure
class.
from the audience. It was all right. It was all right. All right. 2 legs, second side. Push the swing down, forward fold. Don't drink too much water. Okay. Let's come right into our down dog. Happy dog, wag your tail. I'm gonna wait till I can see y'all. Your down dogs. And then we're gonna inhale, arch and lift. Cat's meow. Exhale, round in. Squeeze navel up towards the sky. Let's go nice and slow. Warm up. Inhale, lift, arch. Exhale, round in. Squeeze the navel up, round. Inhale, lift. Okay, let's add a leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Arch, pull the knee to the nose, round and squeeze. Exhale. Inhale, lift, arch and open. Exhale, round and squeeze, knee to nose, activate the core. Inhale, stay lifted. Leg as high as you can, press it out to the side, bend the knee. Hook the toes outside in, and then standing splits. Make sure the foot is tucked outside in. You guys are great. So for your buddies, you're gonna have to remind them, because if it isn't hooked outside in, it's gonna come right off, right? So everybody's good, both legs are straight. You can hop the right foot a little bit farther forward to find your balance. Maybe try airplane wings this time. Ta-da! Find your balance. If you float away, just come on back. Clasp your hands behind your back. If you have the balance, pull them overhead. Only if you have the balance. Don't worry about it. You can hold on to one ankle at a time. Just try a variation here. Both hands back down. Plant the right hand. It's right underneath your gaze. So it's out in front of you. Allows your left arm to float towards the sky. Reach back behind your sacrum for the far edge of the swing. Reach up as high as you can on the swing, and then you can just simply turn your right toes out to the side and you'll float to a half moon. Try turning your toes instead of kind of, just swing out to the side instead of crawling.
I did.
You see how that goes. Okay, so before we climbed up, right? So I want you to try just using your obliques. It's kind of challenging. You have to find your balance. But just use your obliques to come up this time. Always finding a new challenge, a new edge, right? Getting creative with it. How can you use your side body to lift in order to get the handhold? If you need to climb, it's okay. Right? Otherwise, you just keep your right arm dangled towards the floor the whole time. Okay, bending the standing leg, black swan number 1. Replanting that foot down, roll your belly down towards the ground, roll your shoulders over, right? Black swan number 2, bending both knees, bottom foot towards the quad. So keep your ears above your biceps. Try it. Pull your ears up instead of your biceps down. Yes. See how that helps you arch your back? Yeah, straight arms if you can. Lift your ears. Yes. Here you go. And make sure you don't strain your shoulders. Okay, come back to half moon. So straighten both legs. Belly is towards the front here. And then belly has to roll towards the sky. So notice what happens with my toes. So my toes go from half moon, facing the right, facing the front, facing the other wall. Okay, so always bring your toes with you. So now I have my right hand dangling. I'm going to reach up for the swing, top of the swing. Then I'm going to kick up, press your right foot into the swing to arch and open. Arch, arch, arch. Then you can cross your legs. This is our side spin, right? So I bicep curl, roll through center, stay curled, woo! And spin out. Really bicep curl, you got it.
Not really.
Good times.
Good. Fun.
Entanglement theory ensues. Okay. Whew. You can see why we're only doing 2 more poses, right? 2 more sequences. So that was sit and spin. So those were our side spins.
The spins really do
Yeah.
something.
They really get you. So reorient yourself. Now we're going to end with our high flyers. Told you this would be an advanced class. You guys are doing great. Beverly was like, no, I really am.
Yeah, she's more in the building.
No. Yeah, she's like, I'm done. She'll be right back.
It's a long bathroom.
It's a long bathroom one. It's okay.
She has the most.
She already did 2 hours. She's
Yeah.
good. She's like, okay. Okay, so high flyers. We're just gonna reset here. Let's come through our sumo. Have a seat. Let's get back into our floating Buddha. Somehow is a resting pose, but that's okay. So have you guys done the black swan before, you ladies back there?
No.
You look like you did, so that was fantastic.
We've done the side spins.
You have? Okay, yeah,
Yes.
really good.
You think
So your teacher says yes.
Hey,
Okay.
we have?
You
Yes,
guys-
you have.
Okay. You guys did a great job for, doing it for the first time with me.
And then we have tried the kamikaze before. Ruth has done it before, but you nailed it this time. And you might have not been there when.
Okay, Shanti, my
Got
bus,
it.
yep. Put you in the back of the bus next time. We love you, but we're live. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go through a peaceful warrior to a high flyer. Just watch for the first one. Okay, even if you've done it before, pretend like, beginner's mind, all that good stuff. Okay, so we go through our vinyasa, wiggle it, wrap our legs around. From here, we don't need the leg loops anymore. I'm just gonna take those off, straighten my legs. Big sit up, grab for your ankles, pull yourself up. I'm not interested in you coming up into high flyer, I'm interested in you coming into high flyer with alignment. Do you understand? So it's not about getting here and like wrestling your way up. I don't want to see any of that. I want us to really work on the pivot points, because this will help do those flips that we've been struggling with and get the ease of it. So first is the big sit up, which is from the hip flexors. We reach up for our ankles. My legs stay straight. And I rotate my tailbone down towards the ground. That's the rotation. Then it's easy peasy. Okay, so we're going to do that a few times. Don't complain. Reach up. Just telling you now. Big sit up, 5 of them. Big sit up. Lift. You see what I'm doing? Okay. All right. So everybody, come back to floating Buddha if you're not already there. Let's go through. Does everybody know how to get into peaceful warrior? Yes? Yeah. Okay. Namaste, ladle, legs wrap around, peaceful warrior, our number one inversion. From here, make sure the swing is in a sweet spot because it's kind of locked in, right? So that's first thing. Once you're there, take your leg loops off. We don't need the leg loops. Let's all straighten our arms, straighten our legs. So wrap your legs around. Come into a handstand. Okay? Straight arms, straight legs. After you do a handstand, big sit up, reach up for your ankles. Yep, big sit up, reach up for your ankles, legs straight, pull yourself up. Straight legs, yeah. Let's try it one more time. Lean back, hook the top of your feet, big sit up, legs stay straight, pull yourself up, bicep curl. Legs stay straight the whole time. Legs are straight, thank you, don't ignore me. Big sit up, right? Legs stay straight, lead with your heart, let your head stay in line with the spine. Those people are pulling forward with their heads in these, we just can't get there from there, right? We lead with our heart. It's all kinds of symbolic. Beautiful. One more time, legs stay, Kelly? Yes, straight. Legs stay straight. Just try it. We're in an experiment. Legs stay. Straight. Straight. Yes! Yes! It's actually easier, okay? Beautiful. So hang up here if you're comfortable, or you can just kind of drop your hips and just hang up here if you're not comfortable. But wherever you are, we are gonna go for the wrist wraps, okay? Both? Well, only if you're hanging out and watching me, right? So it's okay to stay here, but even if I'm here, to come up legs straight, right? Power from the pelvis. So Jedi kicks are probably the most fun, advanced thing we do. I'm gonna just use one hand at a time, come forward, spin out to the side, looks a lot like our side spins. You can plant the foot down if you need to reset, and then it looks exactly the same where I spin through center. Okay, leg through center, grab for the swing, then reset. Put your foot down, reset, then release the hand hold, spin forward, leg through center. Now we're doing it nice and slow. Once we get comfortable doing it slow, we'll do it fast. So it's side spin, so it's kick, kick, okay? So I'm gonna show it one more time, and then we're each gonna try it. If anybody wants a buddy, Selena and Shanti will buddy up with you. If you guys wanna try it on your own, that's fine. Okay, but buddies are good. Buddies help us go further with some support. One more time, we're gonna watch, and then we'll try it. Okay, legs wrap, big sit up, legs stay straight, come on up. I'm gonna go for the other side. Forward, grab for the swing, super important. Forward, leg through center, okay? Grab for that swing, and then you release your hand hold. Okay. You okay doing it on your own? Okay, good. I'm gonna talk you through it. Go ahead and buddy up. Okay? Cool. Okay. So, get the swing nice and low across the hips. Lean back. Wrap your legs around. Meet me in high flyer. Come on up. Okay? So, let's all just focus, okay?
You want to do it?
Yeah. So everybody meet me in high flyer. Who's doing it?
Okay.
All right. Cool. So one hand at a time. Let's go for the right. Okay. So you lean forward. Spin out to the side. Top leg goes through center. Just like a side spin. Top leg through center. Grab for the swing. Or you come out. Grab for the swing. Yes. Yep. Sorry, we'll have you try again and I'll spot you. So come on down, meet me here. Yeah. Woo! That's exciting. And then we spin forward again and then through center. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Bruce, do you mind if I use you as a guinea pig? No. Okay, come on up here so I can show Shanti how to spot you. Okay? Cool. You get to just be right there. Okay. So go ahead and push the swing down nice and low. Okay. Cross the hips, not the butt. Hips. Okay. Wrap your legs around, wide and around. Cool. See, it's a little low. That's why I said not your butt, across the hips. So just try one more time. Get the swing nice and low across the hips, but above the butt. Forward a little bit higher. Yeah, right there. Right there. Yes, that's it. Kind of important because otherwise you can't come up, right? Straight legs. Reach up for your ankles. Big sit up. Reach up for your ankles. Right here. Keep the legs straight and go wide and down. Press your legs straight, wide and down. Just like that. So your head stays in line with your body. Try it one more time. Lean back with straight legs. Hook the outer edges of the feet. Okay? With your heart, right? So bicep thrust, heart. Yes. Good. Do you feel how when I push that seat down, you can find it? Let's go ahead and just do one hand. Right? Yeah, wrist wrap. Now this is how I like to spot. So you're going to come towards me. I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder, and you're going to come down. Stay holding on. This leg through center. Don't grab yet. Okay. This leg goes through center. Grab for the swing. Yes. Stay here. So if I just hold her leg, I can control her speed, right? And then I help her come down by putting one hand on her shoulder. Okay. Now this one releases. Come down towards me. See, I'm right here. So I stand right here so they know that I'm here. Spin the leg through center. Bottom leg goes through center. And around. Yes. Beautiful. Really nice. So the key is to just help them place their hands, right? And then also give them a little tap when it's time to let go. You guys want to practice teaching them that way?
Mm-hmm.
Little play lap?
Yeah.
Thank you. That was awesome.
This one's called
Jetta kicks.
Jetta kicks.
Jetta kicks. And then once you try it, you don't have to try it. Selena, will you practice teaching them? Yeah. Do you know how to do it? Okay.
Let me do it over here. What?
Well, you're a little taller. I'm not sure. Do you want to try? I don't want to move the swing up and down, but if you want to practice teaching on camera, then everybody at home gets to see it again. Okay.
She said grab.
Maybe you need to bring this up, so you can just adjust it. Okay. So, well, you're going to be okay. Yeah. Peaceful warrior. Wrap your legs around. Yeah. Big sit up. Yeah. See, it's very close to go. Big sit up. Yeah. Try the other side. Oh, that's exciting. That's right. That's okay. I'm just not attached.
All right. So it's round one.
Just try.
You moved them down here, so
you
was struggling a lot.
Yeah. So she's gonna come down like this.
That's the key.
Like no, so grab the swing, right, your foot down,
And then,
Flip here.
so stay over here, honey.
and
Stay over here,
then,
go collar. So this leg comes through.
and then left comes back.
And then left leg. See, this is what you're gonna be right here. And now you same thing, we're gonna tap.
Too easy to teach.
And then you have to, no, stay here with me.
First time.
And then she comes
I
through.
didn't grab it. I just kept
Yes.
rolling all the way.
Try it one more time so she'll.
Yeah, the truth about the teachers.
And you did great, but this one hurts. I just want her to stay here, because she's going like all over with you, but you also don't want to get kicked, right? That's the key, is to have a little bit of clearance. You okay back there? Yeah. Alright. You want me to help you with anything on it?
Is there like sandwich? No, fighting.
Yes.
So is there a way around it?
Well, the way that I would advise for you is as soon as you come up, and this is why I do this movement, as soon as you come up, you have to lift. And then more weight is here. Yeah, it's still gonna squeeze, but this is more on the lower back than this.
Anywhere but just right there.
Exactly, yeah, and then what I usually just tell people is to go faster, so don't stay there for a long time, just come down. Well, see, I got it up, so. But yeah, if that squeeze and you want to try more, it's kicking the legs together, but it's gonna be a lot. So that's why I was walking here, so roll your whole body, your lower back. Yes! So that was smooth.
So, I know you said to put your hand, you have the hand on the shoulder, but then you said if I put my hand on my leg, it slows her down. Which leg is that?
Well, come on down, I have to, so here, yeah, this leg through center. And then you have to tap and then help them this way. through center. And he's totally open.
It's really hard for me.
Yeah, try it on one more time. Hold on, yeah.
Split when I get.
The leg going through center, you just kind of guide it.
Yeah, so every time like.
I know.
Just do your thing. Do your thing. We're doing great, guys. We're ready for our Shavasana, so just take maybe a few more moments to wrap it up. Did you try it again, or was it too much?
No, I can
Yeah.
We'll play Monday and see how.
Yeah, so much to play with. All right. One last time.
First.
Yeah,
One last time, wrist wrap.
My swing stuff in the front.
Okay. Yeah, lay down, slow down, leg through center. You don't have to hold them. So you get the sky, and then you grab the swing, and then you have to tap. You might not let go, but he does know what he's doing. Yes.
Really done.
So you might, if your leg gets entangled, this is where you might need to come over and help them through here too. Typically, the main thing is that grab for the swing, right?
And on the bottom left.
Yeah, people miss that all the time. They're like, what happened? But they're still holding on. It's just, they come out.
Yeah, I just did the first time I did it.
Thank you, guys. What did you do? That was such a such a fun play lab. Now we're gonna bring it down. Oh, Selena, I'll take over the music if you wanna just turn that off now.
Do you want me to turn the lights down yet?
Not yet, but soon. But go ahead and the party is over. That's the word on the street. Okay. Thank you guys. We got through everything, and it was okay if we only did a couple of things, but you're awesome. And that was, you're gonna sleep really well tonight. That was amazing. So fun, especially for my brave souls who did both workshops. You've been twisted and spun and flipped in all kinds of fun ways. And
I didn't hear you about the lights. Do you want me to turn them down or not yet?
go ahead, hon. Go ahead and turn them down. Thank you. I was just gonna talk them into cocoon, but it's not that exciting. You guys know what to do. Unfurl your swing if it's all twisted up. Just, just in a lovely way to end. With alignment, swing alignment, and then we're gonna get in. Let's do a few leg stretches here. Okay. So in our leg stretches, we're not gonna use our leg loops yet. We're gonna come into Viparita. Like the brain is like, just went through a whole bunch of words that began with a V. So a Viparita. So legs up the sides of the swings, like have them in a V, so Viparita V. And then arms over the head, dangle your fingertips towards the floor, just bend the elbows, just hang out. We made it. So we're gonna do very gentle leg stretches to end. Okay. So from here, I like to push one hip down and the other hip down, and maybe I gently rock from side to side. Right? I'm just inviting more depth into the hip flexors, more release through the lower back. Just see how that feels. Should feel really good. It's amazing because we might think we're relaxed, but there's more space that can be had. Can the belly sink back into the spine? Can the heart rest back? Can the head sink back into the swing a little bit more? Just find an even deeper expression of relaxation, letting the swing fully hold you. And then bend the knees, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a big hug. Let's just roll up into a ball. Reclined child's pose. Maybe this is it for you. You're like, I'm done with the leg stretches. And then if you can bring both feet towards the sky, legs together, bowing towards your knees, hands on the back of the legs, the calves, the heels, wherever you can reach. Opening up the lower back. And then scissoring, hold on to your left and extend the right. Scissoring the legs apart. Roll your ankles around, release any tension in the nervous system. And then both legs up, switch sides, extend the left. Let this be extremely gentle or really get a deep stretch, whatever your body is hoping for to complete your practice. Both legs up towards the sky. Bend the knees out to the side, towards your armpits. Outer edges of the feet, happy baby. Play with alternating, bending, and then straightening the legs in opposite directions. Whatever that looks like or feels like for you. Get creative with it. Do something you've never done before in this position, in the swing. Could it be a twist? Could it be an extension? Whatever opening or stretch feels 100% right for you today. Always bringing newness into the practice. Even if it's something familiar, there's an alternative variation. And now we can find our favorite position, coming back through a mini plow and then child's pose, wrapping your arms over your shins. Maybe it would feel best to have your legs extended. So reach up, grab for the leg loops, put them on one at a time, stretch out, or go back into Viparita, happy baby, or even butterfly with the bottoms of the feet together. But wherever you are, give yourself 15 long, luxurious minutes of deep relaxation. You've earned it. This is the most important part of the practice, is allowing the caterpillar to turn into the butterfly through the metamorphosis, the imaginal cells, the shifting and changing and transformation of our being, earning our wings, tapping into the higher consciousness that's pulsing through us. Absorb and receive the goodness of the practice. Send a huge wave of love and gratitude over your entire body for showing up, for being willing to play courageously, exploring new edges of your creativity, of your comfort. Just notice how good it feels to be held and cradled and rocked. Enjoy the sensation of floating, of upliftment, of flying, levitation. I'm going to put on some brainwave music for us so we can drop into a deeper meditative state. Just allow the sounds to wash over you. Allow yourself to receive the transmission, the alignment, the up-leveling. Enjoy a deep rest. Just let yourself drop into that state between sleep and lucid dreaming. This is where spontaneous healing happens. This is where all of our timelines converge into the now. Feeling that full presence. Resting back into the true knowing of who you are. Being nourished by this embrace from the Divine Mother. Back into the womb. Just letting yourself drift into the sea of consciousness. The life force energy that pulses through all things, that moves the oceans and the rivers.